My name is Miguel Avila, and I am 55 years old. I live in Regent Park. I live with my dog, and I describe myself as an activist. In Regent Park, poverty, for instance, remains at 40% since 2010. We are living in brand new structures, but that hasn't changed our social status. We still remain on Ontario Works. We have in progress in terms of financially getting ahead. Only 32 jobs were created in Regent Park in 2008. And how much invested in the building? Almost $1.3 billion. We still remain poor, and those 32 jobs don't belong to people that live here. It's time to stop the rhetoric that we are doing something for them. What to do is implement tough legislation, but employers don't have to say, "Oh, I have employee A who is capable of doing the job, and I have employee B that I want to hire, but he or she is going to cost me money because I have to make work accommodations." So there was a piece that discouraged sometimes employers to hire because they have to invest in modifications in the job place, namely accessibility, right? And definitely they don't hire people with mental illness. When we don't have legislation, employers can laugh about it and say, "I don't want to hire someone with a mental illness or a physical disability. I prefer to hire someone who is physically well and mentally well." We have a community report, by the way, in which we are detailing what would we like to see happening. It's going to get people opportunities for employment. And again, my hope is that people with disabilities are considered. But what is absent, is the follow-up, is to follow up on those recommendations, is to follow up on those promises. That's our mistake as a society. We expect that someone is going to follow up on those conversations, right? If you don't have somebody or a group of people following up on those commitments by the city, by the province, or by the federal government, we're going to be stuck in the same limbo, right? Doing all over again, another report, another study, another waste of money, when it's so simple, right? The recommendations made on the report has to be implemented. I wish I can have a job where they can pay me a good living salary that can bring me back to the middle class living status I used to have before. For a job that pays you well enough, that gives you the opportunity to take a vacation, to buy your clothes. We need to have those kind of jobs instead of living on ODS, on Ontario Works and ODSW or ODSP. It's a dead end, living on poverty, for so long, you become almost institutionalized. You depend on the food banks, you depend on the soup kitchens to feed, because the amount of money you get from Ontario Works is not enough.